Thank you, everybody, and thank you, John. And very nice to see you, the friends, and see you again on the online. So today, myself and my colleague Qiao will, on behalf of our team from Tsinghua University, to introduce about the Tsinghua's activities. Today, we would like to introduce two parts regarding the engineering education and SDGs. So the first part, I will introduce about Tsinghua University has been involved in some initiatives and programs. And the second part, my colleague Qiao will introduce about the online survey Tsinghua University did this year in April. We'll introduce more details about the online education. So that's very close to our topic today. So yeah, let me next one. Yeah, when we talk about the SDGs and engineering, so we always ask a question: what's the relationship or connections about the SDGs and engineering? We all know about that. There are 17 goals from UN. For our study, we realized that at least 12 goals, they are directly related to engineering. On the slides, you will see the highlight of the blue color. They are very closely related to the engineering, the projects or industry, whatever. Maybe you are not fully agree with that because 17, the last one goes is also the partnership, also related to the engineering like us, the international collaboration, they do engineering project together. So that means that the SDG is very close to engineering and also engineering education. So the first initiative we have been involved is from UNESCO. Early this year, we got the call for proposal from UNESCO. UNESCO would like to host a World Conference on Education for Sustainable Development in June this year. But unfortunately, as we know that it's a global pandemic, so this conference postponed to next year, 2021. And the purpose of the conference, UNESCO would like to, kicking off new framework, education for sustainable development towards achieving the SDGs, they call the EST for 2030, and also published release a roadmap for implement during UNESCO the conference in Berlin. But hopefully next year we can submit and show off our proposals. Even though we still would like to share our proposals to everybody, and the proposals focus on the following questions. One, how can education respond to specific SDG challenges? Two, how can education for sustainable development be included in policy making, transforming learning environment, building capacity of educators, empowering youngs, or accelerating action on a lower level, maybe not only local level, maybe international level. So on our proposal, we would like to fully demonstrate engineering education for sustainable development. Short words is EESD or WSD, to promote engineering education reform and achieve the sustainable development goals. So our proposal include the one report and one case study. The report, we are still working on that. And right now I would like to introduce a case study, creating university's green education system in China with practicing sustainable development idea, as case study from Tsinghua University, from our school. So yeah, the good thing is the Tsinghua University, the case already, show off on the UN's website. So a little bit introduction on the website. Since 1998, Tsinghua University has committed itself to build the green university. We call it green university, the green, by disseminating the concept of sustainable development, research in science and technology, and building resources, saving and environmental friendly campus as a demonstration. So from 1998 to now, yes, the updated date should be 2018. From 1998 to 2018, in total, 270 different courses related to sustainable development have been set up in Tsinghua University. And more than 20 departments or institutes involved, accepted by tens of thousands of students. You know, we have a lot of people in China and also so many students in the school. So many departments have conducted researches related to sustainable development and have won more than 1,000 awards of provincial or international or national levels. So I can give you provide much more details about this case study later on after our conference if you would like to. And that's one, that's two, the activities we have been involved. The next one is we signed, we called sustainability commitment with GEDC. Last year, our team, on behalf of university, we attended the Global Engineering Deans Council meeting in Santiago, Chile. So during the conference, we signed the sustainability commitment. So the principles of the commitments are just like the screen shared from top to down, foster new generations of sustainability leaders and increase education efforts and research, and also became an institution from which the students committed academics can experience firsthand, and also develop case studies, to be shared globally, and develop macros and data analytic to measure results and the transpondence and information knowledge to be systematic. I don't have much more details about like we just talk about the syllabus or curriculums, but we are doing that, and we also can collect this kind of information because we do the research. We are not the teaching practice teachers, so but we work closely with our teachers. They teach this kind of courses in the school. We can collect this kind of practice information to add into our research. So yes, the next page shows the commitments span the following dimensions, can cover the dimensions. I would want to introduce the details. You can see the details from the screen. And also the commitment also gave us the roadmap, the timeline. So establish our goals by this year, July. You know, just like the impact of, from a global pandemic. So maybe the timeline a little bit delayed, but we will try to catch up the goal, the timeline. Just give the audience the whole pictures. Yeah. Another one activity I would like to introduce our audience. Just 2 days later, ICE, yeah, our department and our organization host a conference. We call it the second International Forum on Engineering Education. So one of a panel is talk about engineering education for sustainable development. We invite some key persons from UNESCO, from WFEO, and from IEA, International Engineering Engineering Alliance, and also the president of university in China, and some leadership from companies to talk about their jobs or their works have been done for the sustainable development. Yeah. So the last slide is one big event I would like to share with you. Early this year in April, Tsinghua University's Xuetang X launched an international version about the MOOC. So that means Xuetang X is a Chinese company incubated from Tsinghua University. Right now we have the international version of platform to let the students or the learners learn from online. So we got the welcoming letter from UNESCO from Peggy, and they said science and engineering is a major driver for social, economic, and human development, and a key factor in innovation. And also, online learning platform for engineering, such as that will be benefit not only China, but the entire world. So it will also promote awareness of engineering, as well as attract more young people into science, technology, engineering, and mathematics careers. So yeah, that's some activities or programs this year. Tsinghua University have been involved. Just introduced about a little bit and share with you the information. And after the presentation, we would like to provide much more details about the information if you would like to have that. So I would like to move on to the next part, and my colleague Chao will introduce the survey, online survey this year. Yeah, just after that MOOC, Xuetang MOOC launch event, and we finished one survey. So yes, please, Chao, can continue.
Could you just a couple of minutes, if you could, please?
Sure. Yeah. If you have a question, I can try my best to answer.
Thank you, Li Hui. Could you please zoom out the screen?
Yeah, yeah, here's good.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone, and thank you, John, and your team for having us. Thank you for all the participants to join us. I'm very pleased to say the interim online education survey at Tsinghua University in April. This study is focused on online teaching and learning behavior, effectiveness, and challenges in Tsinghua University during the outbreak. Page down, please. Due to the emergence of the COVID-19, so many universities and schools closed down. And at Tsinghua University, more than 3,900 courses offered in a spring semester, and all the courses were taught totally online, involved more than 2,600 teachers and 25,000 students get involved. It's impossible without pressure for Tsinghua University while there is no ready-made experience to follow. So in April, we started a study primarily to provide evidence to measures to adapt online instruction and learning for total quality at our university and beyond. Page down, please.
Sorry. Shall we cannot?
Okay, if you could go to a conclusion, that would be very useful. Thank you.
Yep. Page down, please. Sorry. Yes. And we designed the research framework actually is an evaluation model, implied a theoretical assumption to judge teaching excellence. Behaviors is stable and effectiveness is in line with the goals. And please jump, please. Sorry. We collect data from Tsinghua University through faculties and student questionnaire. The questionnaire were hands out to whom get you involved in teaching and learning in spring semester, and which was distributed among all teachers and some students, the bachelor in bachelor program and the master program and doctoral program. Subsequently, descriptive analysis and paired samples t-tests were performed and the 6,080 valid samples responded. Please page down. Thank you. For time being, only share some key findings here. What teacher gave may not be the same to what students get. So we see it from two perspectives. I'm sorry, the letter is so small. Never mind, just see the red color highlight part. As for teachers, the effectiveness refers whether the instruction meet the goals of course design. The data shows teachers think they are doing well, including effectively reaching curriculum objectives, grasping concentration of the students, effectively controlling instruction process, and adjusting instruction method accordingly. As for students, more online courses provide clear learning objectives and content arrangement. However, students reported that contents of online courses were a little bit instructive than offline, which stimulates their interest. In general, compared with the fall semester in 2019, most items of online teaching and learning effectiveness are close to face-to-face instruction. Please page down. The behaviors. As for teachers, it mainly include 5 parts: behaviors of clarity of instruction, behaviors of cognitive activation, behaviors of classroom management, behaviors of ICT application, and behaviors of seeking support from administrators and peers when needed. They use more task-driven methods in the activities of having students complete classroom tasks. Also, faculties use more virtual platform, just like Ring Classroom provided by Xuetangnex, to respond to students' individual questions. As for students, it mainly includes 2 parts: behaviors of students with teacher interaction, behaviors of students with student interaction. During online courses, students were less able to share opinions with peers or to conduct group learning activities. Nevertheless, student-teacher interaction in the process of online learning showed a slight improvement, including get more feedback from the instructor or teaching assistant. Compared with the last semester, in a fall semester in 2019, online teaching and learning behavior are basically stable. However, students with students interaction need to be paying more attention. That is, what is it comes to interaction? We need a broader understanding. It's not only regarding the tech-based frequency, but regarding the quality of peer learning and the scaffolding learning. Next page. Furthermore, the tab plot shows students thought that bullet subtitles course playback could help them to maintain concentration and improve their interactive engagement. Challenges. And next page. From a faculty's perspective, the most challenging issues in online teaching is how to keep stable internet connection in early April, and how to ensure the quality of teaching interaction. For the students, next page.
Okay. Could you possibly
Some
wrap
of
up,
them
please?
reported. Okay. Reported challenges on low study efficiency at home, insufficient discussion with classmates, and so on. Conclusion. As a conclusion, the effectiveness and the behaviors of online teaching and learning as a whole shows partial and high equivalence to campus-based teaching and learning. Some courses well done, some not, especially in training practical skill in online experiments for engineering students. Online learning also brings some positive and notable changes to faculty and students. For instance, all the tech-driven interaction increase obviously. And in real-time live broad scenarios, group discussion activities are much more difficult to achieve the offline environment. In fact, even in face-to-face lectures, public speaking is not something that most Chinese students love to. And online courses make it less optimistic. We suggest faculty and students engage more to facilitate various forms to teacher-student interaction. And the second, lack of present feeling has an impact on teaching and learning. Students are free from space constraints and have more choices to do other things when learning online. We suggest faculty design more effective activities to encourage students more engaged in learning process. About recommendations to the university, we have mainly two recommendations. First, to design more effective activities to encourage students more engaged in the learning process and motivate their peer learning. Or recommend that in the online context, teachers should provide more guidance for students, especially in the social link, such as instructional scaffolds, guiding questions, a better design of group activities. And the second, strengthen the better communication between teachers and the students about curriculum objectives and the teaching design. Although teachers respond, they paid more attention to the objectives of the course, but the students, the feeling has decreased slightly. As whole, in teaching and learning behaviors, we should pay more attention to stimulating internal motivation on the basis of external support. We should shift our focus from technology to people and promote the deeper interaction of information technology and education. In this semester, Tsinghua has practiced a hybrid learning model, mixing campus-based and cyber-based learning.